have to tell you the finest real estate professional that I've ever run across is Michael Hausam, and I think of him as the real estate whisperer.
What the hell is Fix My Realtor, and can it help me? So Fix My Realtor is totally different. It is not an agent pitch or sales pressure or based on commission. It's to help home buyers and sellers get expert level advice to make sure they get what they need and want without making expensive mistakes along the way. It doesn't matter whether you've hired a realtor or not, or even if you don't plan to hire one at all. The real estate industry has totally changed and a better solution is needed. I'm Michael Hausam. I'm an active broker in Southern California. I first got into the business on the mortgage side 35 plus years ago, and then I added the real estate license a decade after that. So I'm still actively helping buyers and sellers here in Southern California. Also, I founded Haus Advantage Academy, where I help realtors across the country become better realtors. So it all started years ago when I helped a buddy sell his home here in SoCal so he and his family could move to Arizona. And then after meeting with several agents there, he started to get frustrated with the level of help he was getting and the lack of expertise that he was seeing. So he asked for my help. And I became his invisible guide and coach along the entire process, from finding and hiring a realtor to getting to know the marketplace, finding the right house, all the way through buying a house and closing escrow. Now, he had an agent there, but he also had me as well, making sure that everything was being done at an expert level. Here's what Boris had to say.
A few years ago, my wife and I made the move from Los Angeles to Arizona, and we needed to sell our house in a fairly quick manner. Michael helped us through that process in just a tremendously wonderful way. He walked us through the way the market was. He helped us balance the offers we were being given. He helped us set up our home for sale to get the most we could from it. And most importantly, he never pressured us to actually take any deals and would always help us consider the pros and cons of every offer we were given. On the flip side of that, as we moved to Phoenix, he helped us remotely, first by finding us a wonderful realtor here in Phoenix, but also during that process, advising us as we were buying our home. I can't recommend anyone more highly than I do Michael. He really was tremendous on both sides of our real estate transactions, on selling our home, as well as helping us buy a home in Phoenix. So I highly recommend him. Thank you.
And then the next one here is a young first-time buyer in Minneapolis. Jake's a pilot with Sun Country and a really smart cat. But the whole process seems super overwhelming to him. And because of the amount of money at play, it's so big, he wanted to make sure to be as prepared as possible. Now, in this case, he kind of already had a built-in realtor referral. His dad is best friends with an agent. So he kind of thought he was probably going to use that guy, but he wanted to do some investigation on his own just to make sure, in addition to having by independent help and guidance all along the way. Here's what Jake had to say.
So as a first-time home buyer, I felt pretty overwhelmed and didn't exactly know where to start. Michael was a great advisor in helping me navigate the path from choosing the right agent to dealing with a mortgage broker, all the way through closing on a home. He really helped me understand the process and how it should work, and the things that I need to be doing and look out for, and also the things that I should avoid. And having him as my advisor, essentially my consultant, and not just a paid realtor, was incredibly helpful. And I recommend that anyone doing a real estate transaction would greatly benefit from having him on your team.
Now, the last one here, super unique and very fun. I've helped Chris buy and sell a bunch of houses all over Orange County. So much so that he actually wanted me to go back to Boston and run my selling program for him back east, where he had a condo to sell. but I don't do real estate back east. I was able to help him make sure to get the best possible results. And he and I figured out that doing it this way, we probably put an extra $40,000 or $45,000 directly in his pocket. It was great. Here's what Chris had to say.
I've lived in 10 different states, and so I've conducted a lot of real estate transactions, and I have to tell you the finest real estate professional that I've ever run across is Michael Hausam. He's helped me with 5 different transactions. The one that really comes to mind is a service that I'm not sure you're going to find from anyone. I was needing to sell an investment condo that I had in Boston while living in California. He not only helped me find a local broker there, but he also helped me with kind of working with him remotely to get a quick sale at a good price. So just unbelievable service, and can't recommend him enough. I've referred him to at least 3 other people, and he's done a great job for them. And I think of him as the real estate whisperer.
So bottom line, whether you're buying or selling, whether you're experienced or not, whether you have an agent or not, or even if you're not going to have an agent at all, what I'm doing here is very different. But most importantly, it's very effective. With tens of thousands of dollars or more at stake, you just can't afford to guess.